like I've been listening to the HR lady saying that she's recommended, where people are to be given a chance to correct their behavior.
Yeah, so the circumstance, this person was fired immediately after this comment, or do you know, here's the other thing, maybe you don't know.
About 3 weeks after the report was made, but as soon as the report was given to him that there was someone had reported him for this behavior, then they had a meeting. They said they would get back to him, and when they got back to him, they terminated him and said that it was found that he was disrespectful in the workplace.
Okay, so there's maybe some missing pieces because it's all third party here, right? Do you know? I'll ask you this: like, had there been other kind of incidents? Because sometimes that happens.
Not that I'm aware of. Nothing that he has mentioned that he has spoken about or was spoken to about at all.
Okay.
And like I say, this is a 20-year, well-respected employee.
Mm-hmm. Lisa Kay, what are you thinking about? Again, I know that we don't have all the details, but maybe something from Diane's story?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can't comment specifically on that situation, and all I can say is I'm not sure whether your friend sought any legal advice after this termination, but every employer needs to assess each situation in and of itself based on any past behavior, performance, and honestly, they were probably, or I would imagine, they may have gotten their own legal advice as well, depending on the circumstances. So to me, when I sit here listening, I feel for your friend who had been a good employee for 20 years, or that was his perspective, that he'd been a good employee, he didn't raise any concerns. And maybe there were concerns, who knows whether he was aware of them. Hopefully, I'd like to think in a perfect world they had been communicated to them if there had been previous concerns. If they hadn't been, I mean, I hate to say it, but it happens where management doesn't communicate as well as they should. So the business made a decision to terminate, and whether that was the right decision or the wrong decision,
okay.
I, as a human being, I could feel for him, but I couldn't comment on the legality of it.
I'm gonna ask our producer to open up a phone line, because again, what hasn't happened is maybe someone who relates to Elizabeth May. You're the boss, and you care a lot, and you lose your cool, and there are times when you have gone back to apologize, or maybe not. So if you're that kind of employer, here's the telephone number. We're going to open up a phone line, 1-888-817-8995. It's really interesting. This is always, a phone is a game of improv, right? So it is, even though the question's provocative, right? Is the boss toxic, or are you too sensitive? Pretty much all the calls coming in are about the bad boss. Dave, you're in Smithville. I think I've got that right. I don't know where you fit into this, but what did it get you thinking of? Can you answer that? Like, that scenario, you playing with these two sides?
Yeah, I listen a lot, and I'm a frontline leader in a big company that's always touted as being one of the best employers in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And I go for training constantly on how to treat people, how to conflict resolution, how to manage different types of people. And some people, I just find that no matter what it is, they end up being the victim. Even someone, say, who just won't show up for work. And we're not allowed to anymore say, well, you know what, you missed 5 days, you're done. Now we have to consider their problem, and if they are getting attention, and we just can't anymore. We have to keep them on. There are people on our books who haven't been to work for a year.
And from your point of view, this isn't right. There's something like a weather. I don't know if there's a sick
leave. Not necessarily. Everybody has a problem, and we're sensitive to that. But I can't imagine what it's like for a small company with a dozen employees who have that.
So I can hear you thinking as you're saying it, and again, without giving names, like, can you